gonna tell about formations of urine. So there are three measures involved in the productions of urine, which are ultrafiltrations, reabsorptions, and secretions. So this is nephron. So each kidney is made up of millions functional units called nephrons. So each nephron is made up of the following structures. So first is Bowman capsules, glomerulus, and renal tubule. So basically, this is Bowman capsule is a cup shape. And contains a cluster of blood capillaries called glomerulus. So the glomerulus is formed from the afferent arterial branchings from the renal artery. These glomerulus merge again to form the different arterioles. Now we're going to the renal tubules are composed of the proximal convolute tubules, loop of Henle, and distal convolute tubule. So the loop of the Henle is a long U-shaped tubule that extends the renal medulla. The distal convolute tubule of several nephrons joins together into collecting duct. The produced urine will flow from the collecting duct into the ureter. Ultrafiltrations in Bowman capsule. Blood entering the glomerulus is under high hydrostatic pressure because the diameter of the afferent arteriole is larger than the diameter of different arteriole. This pressure causes ultrafiltrations to occur, that is, fluid seep through the walls of the glomerulus capillaries into the cavity of Bowman capsule. Second is the fluid that enters Bowman capsules is known as the glomerular filtrate. The glomerular filtrate has the same compositions as blood plasma but does not contain red blood cells, platelets, and plasma proteins. Lastly is red blood cells and plasma proteins remain in the blood flowing to the different arterioles because the size of this substance is too large to seep out of the glomerulus.
The second one is reabsorption at the proximal convolute tubules. Reabsorption of the glomerular filtrate occurs along the renal tubule. The dissolved substances permeate across the renal tubular walls into the blood capillary network. The reabsorption of 100% glucose and amino acid also occurs through active transport. The movement of dissolved substances into blood capillaries network reduces the concentration of dissolved substances in the glomerular filtrate but increase the concentration of dissolved substances in the blood capillaries. As a result, water enters blood capillaries through osmosis. The third one was reabsorption at the loop of Henle and distal convolute tubules. In the loop of Henle, water is reabsorbed through osmosis. Sodium ions are reabsorbed through active transport. In distal convolute tubules, more water, sodium, and chloride ions are reabsorbed. The amount of water and salt reabsorbed depends on the water and salt content in the blood. Then, the fourth one is secretion. The secretion is the process of secreting waste material in the blood that were not filtered earlier into the renal tubules. Secretion occurs along the renal tubule and collecting duct, but is most active at the distal convolute tubule. Secretion occurs through simple division and active transport. Substances that are secreted including hydrogen ions H+, potassium ions K+, ammonium ions NH4+, urea, creatinine, toxic substances, and some drugs. Secretion gets rid of toxic waste and help to regulate the level of ions in blood. And the last one is the urine formation. The urine formation when the renal fluid reaches the collecting duct, only a small amount of salt are left, and most of the water has been absorbed back into the bloodstream. The remaining renal fluid is now called urine, flows down the collecting duct. Urine contains water, urea, NaCl, salt, uric acid, and creatinine. After leaving the collecting duct, urine flows through the ureter, bladder, urethra, and is finally excreted. So that is the process of formation of urine.